heterosexuals sitting in lesbian row. They come in here not liking girl-on-girl action and sitting there anyway. What the is wrong with you people? How many times have I tried to explain to the audience company and producers that the first row down the front is for the exclusive use of ladies who prefer the company of other ladies? And what do? You bring it here, look at them! No, I'm sure you're very nice people. I'm actually not sure. Do you know sometimes when people say, I'm sure you're very nice, they don't mean it, they think you're a but they're trying not to say it because they want to curry your favour. I like that expression. Curry your favour. Do you know, in Britain, that's a euphemism for a sex act. If you want to curry someone's favour, it means you want to stick your... Come on, it's a decent word. Are you telling me I can't say on television? You, sir, are a... All right, then. It means you want to stick your hand in the air and wave at someone in a sort of curry way. Like that. I'm trying to curry your favour. Which is difficult with an audience of people who hate you. Jeff? What's wrong?
The lesbians.
They're not real lesbians, Jeff. Don't you patronise me, I've warned you. We'll have some commercials now where things will be advertised. Wondrous things. Things that will blow your mind.
It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you got the Sandman at the door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, you can always sleep through one tomorrow, okay? Hey, hey, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by Progressive. Visit progressive.com today. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
If you're going to do that with yelling and stuff, try and look enthusiastic on your face as well. Because it's a real giveaway when you're like, yeah! The warm-up guy made us do this. It's horrible and we hate you. Where the hell is Conan anyway? You all right, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah? Audience is kind of weird, right? Did you notice there's like an entire family of people sitting in lesbian row? I mean, what the hell is that? I mean, that's not even, doesn't it bear any resemblance to lesbian row? We created that row of seats for, to help minority sexual group, get a bit of recognition. And now we just got people coming in here, sitting here like it's just like it's the movie theater.
You want some popcorn, lesbians?
Yeah. Don't even call them lesbians. They don't even know what they think. Lesbians are people from Lesbonia. Bonia. It's a great day for America. It is. Now, it is a great day for Mitt Romney, of course, who last night he won the New Hampshire primary. So congratulations, establishment cyborg. You're in... People are being inspired by his bland diction and gorgeous hair. Now, Romney's win in New Hampshire means that he receives 7 delegates and a wagon full of maple syrup. And then it's on. He goes on to South Carolina, where the winner gets a hog and a gamecock. No, it's the South Carolina school mascot. I looked it up on the Google thing today.
You Googled the gamecock.
Not right away. Anyway, you get a picture of the GOP frontrunner there, Mitt Romney. There he is. Looks like a decent enough guy. Oh, of course, he's a corporate vampire who bought companies only to suck the profits out, leaving behind closed factories and ruined lives. But he made an ass load of cash doing it and now owns 4 houses. So it all worked out in the end. It was amazing, though, that all of Romney's opponents in the GOP are going after him for being the head of a venture capital firm. I'm like, Republicans attacking a guy for making money on the free market? That's like Clinton criticizing an internship program. That's crazy. Remembering more than 5 interns is very hard. Hard. See what I did, Jeff?
Yeah.
Hey, do you do Clinton?
Oh, sure I do.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's really good.
All right.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm trying to do Clinton, I get a little bit Matthew McConaughey.
Well, all right, let's take our shot.
All right. Anyway, the thing I don't like about Mitt Romney, I actually quite like him. The thing I don't like is he's not that funny. During an election year, this makes things kind of tricky for me. For a while, this field of Republicans was looking awesome for late-night comedy. There was Herman Cain, the pizza guy who liked to give the ladies the extra sausage. He was funny. Then Michelle Bachmann with the crazy eyes and the gay husband who knew how to cure gay people. They were hilarious, but they've dropped out. It's looking like the winner of the GOP nomination won't be as funny as the last one, who I loved, John McCain. I loved him. A genuine war hero, and he would spontaneously quack during speeches. You remember that? We still got the clip? Play the clip. Go ahead.
How about Sarah Palin last night, huh? How about her? Huh? How about the job she did? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Right there, that's what you want. Remember that? Ah, it was good times. That's what you want. Try doing that with Romney. You get nowhere. Trust me, I tried it today. It didn't work.
Laugh it up, Swiss Family Lesbian.
What's that voice you're doing there?
That's Matthew McConaughey.
All right, okay. Anyway, this year, the part of the crotchety grandpa candidate is being played by 76-year-old Ron Paul, who came in second last night. You got a picture of Ron Paul? There he is. You can just feel the kids getting off his lawn right there. Last night, Ron Paul said he's nibbling at Mitt Romney's heels. I'm like, at 76 years old, I hope somebody's cutting Romney's heels into bite-sized pieces for him. But it brings me back to Mitt Romney. At least he has a funny name. The recent poll said that 7% of people, this is true, thought that Mitt was short for mittens. Which would be great, wouldn't it, if his name was Mittens? I'd vote for him if his name... President Mittens? Other nations would fear us for being so adorable. Here he comes, President Mittens. Hi.
Do that again, do that again.
Hi. You'd get the little old lady vote right there. Mittens, that gets my vote.
Do your little old lady voice again.
Does it sound a bit like Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, all right, all right. You know the problem people are having with Romney is his big weakness. Everybody thinks he's a flip-flopper. You know, like he changes his mind a lot. And I'm like, what they mean is that Romney's not someone who brings a fixed ideology into a situation. They're accusing him of weighing the facts before he makes decisions and being willing to change his mind if the facts demand it. And do we want this country run by an informed, pragmatic decision-maker? No. We want somebody that hears everything and then just says, well, I don't care. I'm right. But there's the dark horse, Rick Santorum. Former senator of Pennsylvania. Very, very anti-gay. Do we have a picture of him? There you are. Let me see that again. Yeah. Nothing says straight dude like flexing in a sweater vest. Let me see that again. Take that, gays. You two mittens. Now, I realize we're just getting started here. Of course, it's the early primaries like Iowa and New Hampshire. It's just like the first quarter of a Lakers game. Nobody cares. So you're just getting to your seat, getting your hot dog, seeing how many hookers are with Jack Nicholson. You aren't really watching the game yet.
Hot dog.
Have you ever been in a Lakers game?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Sure. No, I haven't.
Do you follow basketball?
I do. I love it.
Which team do you like?
The one with the balls.
That would be most of them.
I know.
So you like... I was trying to genuinely strike up a conversation about sports, and you've turned it into about testicles.
Well, that sounds pretty much like
Yeah,
this
that
whole
sounds
show.
about right. Yeah. All right, you want to do the...
Sure, why not?
Yeah, okay.
Tonight's program is brought to you by Hog and Gamecock Restaurants. Get your pork on.
That's it. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the big, exciting show. What day is it? Wednesday? I think they're a bit of a tricky audience tonight, Jeff, don't you think? Tricky.
Oh, very difficult.
Very tricky. I think it's the whole lesbian row thing through them. The whole audience is confused. They don't know where to be.
They're all in a tizzy.
What time is it, Jeffrey Pearson?
Well, it's time to open up the tweet bag and read them mails. All right, all right. Let's
All
take a
right,
search
all right,
on.
all right, all right. Do it. Yeah!
Send me your tweets, send me your email. I have no hand, nor have I email. They call me synthetic because I'm a she. I call them pathetic and my tambourine. And your emails.
This is from Jeannie in Shreveport, Louisiana. Hey, I'm going to Shreveport, Louisiana next week. I'm doing a gig in Shreveport, Louisiana. You ever been there?
Oh, yeah, I got a place there.
You
as a
got a
matter of
place
fact.
in Shreveport?
Yes, I do.
Where?
Right near it, at the base of it.
At the face of
At the
Shreveport?
base, the base.
The base of
The base
Shreveport.
of Shreveport.
I don't think it's a mountain.
There's a slight slope.
I'll find out when I'm there. I'm going there to Shreveport. Book early to avoid disappointment.
Are you going to talk like that when you're there?
That's how they like it. Because they don't want you to come down there saying, all right, all right. Because then you just fit in with everyone else in Shreveport.
That's right. I'm going to come curry
right,
your
all right.
favor. That's right.
All right, how about I give you a little tizzy? Jeannie says, Dear Craig and Jeff, my boyfriend has not proposed yet, but I'm planning our wedding in advance anyways. Am I getting too ahead of myself? Not at all. Just be sure to send him an invite. This is from Zach in Baltimore, Maryland. You ever been to Baltimore,
Oh, yeah,
Maryland?
I got a
Got a little place
place
there,
there.
bar. Maryland, that's where you get crabs. It's a lovely place, lovely place. Go swimming.
Love it.
The
Absolutely.
Wire was set in
Oh,
Baltimore. You
it's
think,
a
oh, that's a great show,
I
isn't it?
love that
Oh, yeah, the Brother Masohn. Omar be coming, Omar be coming.
Want to kill you to laugh. Want to kill you to laugh.
Hey, Craig and Jeff. How much of what I read about you on the internet is true? Oh, about me, most of it. Except the thing about me having only one testicle. All right, that's true as well. But which one? The front or rear?
Man, they're not even going for the ball jokes tonight.
Man, it's almost like they hate us, but quietly. Do you know what this reminds me of? My childhood.
Oh, yeah, a lot of quietly judging.
Yeah, just a sort of like, you know, it was this thing you kind of got from the teachers in Scotland, this vague kind of sense of, you think you're great. But you're not great. You're a little...
Tootsie Frutti. Tootsie Frutti.
Why don't you go to California and be amongst your own kind?
Girl with the dragon tattoo.
You think you're lesbians? You're just a family of four sitting there.
It's like you grew up in Scotland too, Jeff.
That's all you are, just a family of four.
You're just a family of four. And I've only got a table for 6. Anyway, this is from Jamie in Montreal, Quebec. You ever been up there? They speak French up there.
Baguette.
Dear Craig and Jeff, my wife always lies about her age, even though she looks wonderful. Have you ever been guilty of this? Not at all. I don't even know your wife. What the hell would I don't even know her name. I didn't know you had her. I thought Kendall was a girl's name.
Oh, my wife, she lies about her age.
She lies about her age, aye? Oh, you're just a family of 4 coming in here lying about your age. You think you're great, but you're not great, you're a wee... What's a coming ago? Why don't you go to California and be amongst your own kind? Skeleton robots of the gay persuasion.
Lying about your age and your sexual persuasion.
Yeah. This is from Frank in Evanston, Illinois. I don't know if you can tell from this, but Frank's a tit. Right there, that fluffy little tit right there. Frank in Evanston, Illinois. You ever been to Evanston, Illinois? Good evening, Craig and Jeff. I know you always say you don't care, but is it ever appropriate to actually care? Well, of course it is. I care about a great many things. None of them in this studio. Well, that's not true. I get pictures of my kids right here. I care about them. Sometimes people say to me, hey, can we see pictures of your kids? And I'm like, back off, stalker. I caramba. Look, text. No, there's pictures of my kids. And people say to me, Craig, why do you keep pictures of your kids on your desk? Is it to remind me on certain nights when the audience is a little chilly, the reason why I go through with it. Baguette. Somebody's got to pay for school. This is from Sally in St. Louis in Missouri. You ever been there?
Oh, yeah, I love it there.
Where?
In St. Louis. Down near the base.
You gonna let that go in? Are you letting that go in?
No, you're not gonna let it go in.
You're not gonna let that in. Oh, so he can say that, but I can't say crikey, even when I'm pretending to be a rabbit. I don't understand these laws and rules and regulations here, Jeff.
It's outrageous.
It's outrageous, Jeff. Why, if I wasn't over here, I'd come over there, and then I'd walk back over here and sit down. This is from Adam in Syracuse, New York. He says, hi, Craig, any tips on how to get wine stains out of corduroy pants? You bet, Adam. Use talcum powder.
He'd say get the wine stains out of your pants?
Do you think that was an anti-Semitic email?
I thought it was a reference to the famous producers.
Oh, the Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah, how do you get Harvey Weinstein out of your pants?
I'll tell you how you get Harvey Weinstein out of your pants. Agree to take the part. All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Say welcome back to the ladies and gentlemen, Jeff.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody. Don't start showing appreciation now.
You bunch of bastards.
Ah, you bunch of bastards. You think you're great, but you're no great. Dingo baby. My first guest tonight is a very talented actor and musician. Sort of. No, yes. He's really very, very nice man. Very clever, very good, lovely hair. Good friend of the show. Please welcome Adam Goldberg, everybody. Welcome, Adam. What are you doing?
I just thought maybe you needed some of this.
No. What's that? Is that one of the emails? Yeah, that's the woman who's, her boyfriend hasn't proposed, but she's planning the wedding in advance anyway.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, it's a little tricky.
Yeah, it is.
You look a little weird.
Do I? Oh, you do the
Yeah, there was
Canadian tuxedo?
Well, no, it's a little bit like, you know, Jay Leno and the Day Off. What's going on?
Well, we just drove cross country from.
We being?
Roxanne, my girlfriend and I.
Your girlfriend?
And our 3 dogs.
Have you proposed to her yet? Because she may be planning the wedding anyway.
I wasn't gonna do this, but which camera?
No, man, don't. No.
No,
Really?
bad idea?
No, don't do
Okay,
it. Okay, do it.
Little rating spike, and then they find out it's me who did it.
No, it'll be fine.
So
You just drove across the country?
yeah, we got back Thursday, and our stuff from New York, where I was living and working for 5 months, hasn't arrived. I'm not going to mention the moving company's name because they're still sort of holding our stuff captive.
Right.
And anything.
But you know, in the car, you can pack a suitcase or two with clothes.
We had 3 dogs and a Prius.
What's a Prius?
It's a good question. I'm still not quite sure.
No. So
It's like a golf cart with negligibly worse gas mileage.
No, come on now. It's a
No, it's a fine Japanese hybrid.
Yeah. Why did you drive
you say
across the country?
Japanese hybrid?
Yeah, you can say Japanese hybrid.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like what's that coming? I go right.
That's
What? It's the same thing.
You're going blue tonight.
I'm going a little blue tonight. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the audience awake. I'm failing, but I'm trying.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, if the AC doesn't do it.
No,
you know, some
but
blue humor.
are you cold in here?
I'm always a little nipply.
Do you find one of your nipples is more sensitive than the other one? Or the other one? Because I know you famously have 3.
That's not a nipple. I've told you what that is.
Okay.
No, you know, alas, neither of them are as sensitive as I've heard some men's are.
Mine aren't that sensitive.
Yeah.
I mean, I sat through Warhorse topless, nothing.
You sat through Warhol?
Warhorse. I watched Warhorse.
Warhorse.
Very moving film, and my nipples didn't weep once.
Really? Like, you mean lactation? Sympathy lactation. When nipples weep?
When nipples weep. Have you seen that?
When
That's a
nipples
great
weep.
movie. When nipples weep. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
No,
Kurosawa, isn't it? That's you
huge-
love the art house movies.
I do love the art house
yeah.
films, and yeah, it was a huge at Sundance.
I was going to ask why did you drive across, but
Because
they wouldn't pay
Roxanne
for
has
your...
a gigantic dog, like 95 pounds, and she doesn't want to put him in the cargo.
Oh, I have that same problem. I
Yeah.
have a large 120-pound dog.
Really?
Yeah, but I was thinking of just giving him a hat and a ticket.
That's what we said. We said like a little, like a pipe and like a Sherlock Holmes hat.
Yeah.
And just get him on the plane.
Well, you can't, but I
or
don't...
you do the like and just say that you need the. I mean, that's not nice.
That's not. You can't.
Yeah, no, you'll cut that later. But you can't say that it's a special needs dog, and I get very anxious when I fly. So I thought perhaps, you know, I needed Ludlow, you know, when I flew.
Ludlow's the name of the dog?
Yeah, Ludlow's the name.
You named a dog after a small town in Vermont?
Well, actually, I didn't name it. Roxanne named it after, I believe, a street where she used to. But that's we're getting way off track here.
No,
The
I
point
think the track we should be on is Roxanne. I've never met Roxanne.
you met her in the hallway.
Well, okay, I only met her once in the hallway.
You met her the last time I ever smoked on this show, I believe.
That...
I mean, not on the show, but prior to the show.
Oh, that's right. Was that your last cigarette?
It was my last cigarette ever, but it was the last time I was on your show.
Well, when was the last time you had a cigarette?
Well, strictly speaking, I quit 2 years ago, and the last cigarette I had was about 1.5 years ago.
So strictly speaking, you stopped a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Well, I had like 5 little breakdowns, and I couldn't even finish the cigarette. You know, I sort of like, I kind of wanted to start again.
Right.
And it didn't take.
What about the electric cigarette?
I tried that.
Yeah, how is it?
Well, when it dangles from your lips, it just falls. You know, if it's too heavy, it's weighted funny. So, because part of the thing with smoking, I didn't like smoking, but I smoked for many years just because I didn't know what to do with my hands. My fingers were sort of naturally kind of, you know.
You can make friends if you do that.
Yeah. And so I was sitting like this anyway, but you put a cigarette in there, and then it made sense. Or, you know, when it dangled. But this thing, you couldn't dangle. You couldn't look cool. I didn't look that cool.
Well, no one's going to look cool with an electric cigarette. You just
I know.
look like
That's
an
the thing.
idiot,
And also, they advertise it like, and you can use it on a plane. Do you honestly think that this day and age, if you put this kind of metal rod in your mouth and some weird mist starts emitting from it, and you say, oh, no, don't worry, it's metal.
It's a metal cigarette. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
You'll be fine on the plane.
No, it's not going to work.
In the middle of, you know, restaurant or something. Like, you know.
A restaurant?
That's
you'll never get in.
Yeah.
You're a party of 4 and we only have a table for 6.
That's what I want. You just reminded me doing that Scottish. I mean, you always are sort of doing a Scottish.
Sorry, a little bit, yeah.
But on the way here, we tried to learn French from some podcast. I mean, I've tried for many years. I even went so far as dating a French girl for 2
I
years.
remember when you dated that French girl.
Yeah. And that, I mean, it was really, she doesn't know this, but it was really just a kind of, in lieu of being able to afford Berlitz lessons, she and I went out.
Right, okay.
But it's a tough room. But
Yeah, very tough room, yeah. You're on your own.
Yeah, I know that. I'm well aware of that. You can pad that later with something from, you know.
Oh, yeah. You come to the wrong place. We got nothing
You got
here,
nothing?
pal. Yeah.
So, but it turns out, I was like, what is with this guy's accent? Is that really how you're supposed to speak French? He was
French Canadian.
very Scottish.
Oh, really?
Very Scottish.
Oh.
Yeah. I can't do a good Scottish accent. So
Now
we're going to say, can you please find the boulangerie for me? You know, that's like the...
That's a Pakistani accent you just... You said a Pakistan... Jeff, did you hear that?
Don't go... I know. Don't go...
What the hell, man?
Don't go on a talk show and do an accent and then not do an accent, right?
Oh, with your weeping nipples.
You with your weeping nipples.
He's better like programmed lately.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
got a
no,
whole-
he's
got a much greater facility for
He's
language.
the only one in a 20-mile radius that likes me.
It's incredible. But you can really kind of, he's a proper sidekick. now.
He's a skeleton robot.
Yeah. I mean, just,
I don't need your assessments, Goldberg.
all right.
Yeah.
I don't even think he's ever referred to me by name before.
No. He's pretty mad at you, I think.
No, he probably is a little bit. You know, you look with a trumpet, kind of a Doc Severinsen deal. You guys familiar with Doc Severinsen? It's really, I'm not.
I don't think these guys are familiar with television.
Well, yeah, it's quiet now.
Yeah. Do you enjoy commercials?
Do I enjoy commercials? You want to go to one?
Yeah.
Sure. That could be it. It's more like bravado. I suspect a little bit anti-Semitic.
I do.
No, I don't.
I'm telling you.
I don't
we were
get
just
it.
talking about Australia, how we both loved it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and Adam has never been to Australia
Nope.
but wants to meet a dingo.
That's right. I mean, I met what I thought was a dingo, but it turned out it was something. I went to the gastroenterologist, and they.
No, a dingo isn't a growth. A dingo
I thought it was
it's
like
a name for a sort of dog that will steal your baby.
Oh, okay. I thought. Oh, right. I thought it was some sort of
Did
excretion.
you ever see that movie where the dingo steals her baby?
I remember that was
She
a
says
funny
that
line.
in every movie now, Meryl Streep. Every movie.
Really, the Margaret
Yeah, you see
Thatcher?
that Margaret Thatcher movie?
Same
She's like,
thing.
a dingo stole my baby. And they give her the Oscar anyway. Mamma Mia, she's like, diddly-dee-dee, dingo stole my baby.
Well, you know, everybody, you know how like Eddie Murphy's got that laugh?
Eddie Murphy's got the yeah, and she's got dingo stole my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even Meryl Streep has a little bit of a crutch.
She's
You don't
got-
go this far in the business without a little crutch.
You gotta
know?
have a little. You gotta have your special tricks to
Yeah.
use when it's a tough
Right,
night,
like mine is like my go-to thing is a Scottish accent.
Right, me too.
So I'll be playing a part that's like, you know, you're playing a cop from New York or something. I'll say like, you know, maybe he's Scottish, right? You know, and then I do this kind of Pakistani Scottish thing. And
Right.
people can't quite.
What are you wanting? You're going downtown. That's it. No.
Listen, you might have to put some cuffs on.
All right. You guys have been getting away with this for too long.
And then cut to Emmy. You know, like we couldn't figure it out. It was
Yeah, he
must
was
have done some
intense.
crazy
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
research.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
To get that.
That's
How you guys doing?
Yeah. All right.
Pretty good.
All right, we're out of time. Really. We're out of time. Do you fancy awkward pause, mouth organ, freeze frame high five, or big cash prize?
Well, I always like the sound of mouth organ because it just sounds appealing. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try this box in your head. Is that how?
Oh, that's the big cash prize. You want to go for that?
I could use because the gas money.
What time is it, Shadow David?
Time for the big cash prize.
Big cash prize. All right, Adam. 50 American dollars. Don't touch the money until you've earned it. $50. 2 ways there. You can either answer a simple question or you can guess what's in my box. What happens during that is I imagine a box in my head and then there's something in it. I don't know what it is. Only Jeff knows. You tell me what it is. We check with Jeff. If it's the right answer, you get the $50. If it's the wrong answer, you're punished.
But Jeff is not a fan of mine.
Jeff is completely impartial when it comes to guessing what's in the box.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna guess what's in your box.
All right, then. I'm imagining a box.
I'm imagining a box.
Well, don't you imagine a box?
okay, all right.
Yeah. If you imagine a box, then it might, you know, Jeff might think what's in your box.
I was imagining your box.
Well, don't imagine my box. How dare you? Roxanne is backstage. She'll be furious.
Okay, I'll imagine her box.
Don't imagine. No, don't do that.
No, okay, don't imagine her. Well, because a box can be a double
there can be
entendre.
any. But look, don't imagine any boxes. I'll do the box.
Okay.
All right, there's a box in my head.
Okay,
there's something in it. I don't know what it is.
Dingo.
What?
Dingo.
Dingo?
Dingo is correct.
My next guest is a very beautiful actress. She's on a new show called The Finder, which premieres tomorrow night on Fox. Take a look at this. Whoa! There's a trumpet band in that factory. Please welcome Mercedes Masohn, everybody. I love your dress. It's sensational. It's wonderful.
Thank you. It's painted on. I'm actually so nervous that women will understand what I'm saying. My feet are sweating in my shoes where I have to spread my toes just to hold my shoes on. Sexy, right?
That's
They're like
very
this in there.
attractive. So you're spreading your toes?
Right now. Only when I walk. Only when I walk.
So what, are they calm now, your toes?
They're calm. I've told them to.
Why would you be nervous here? Is that you've got toe cleavage, though. That's very attractive. I like a bit of...
Oh,
yeah,
really?
a bit of toe cleavage, yeah. Or cleavage, as we call it. Cleavage.
Cleavage.
Cleavage,
Yes.
that's right, Jeff, isn't it?
Cleavage.
Cleavage. It's a Swedish word. You ever been to Sweden?
Born and raised.
I knew that.
did you? Little trickery
So
there.
when did you come over here from Sweden?
You know, I came at that nice awkward age, 12, 13, where
Oh,
the
great.
zits are blooming.
Yeah,
and,
that's nice.
You know, you've sort of developed that hunch over because you're not confident enough to stand up and
Yeah, I've
push
still
your
got
boobs
it.
out.
Yeah.
It comes
All
with
right,
time.
all right. That's nice, though. And then you're doing The Finder with... That's Michael Clark Duncan. He's my friend.
I know.
He gets
You
very
guys have quite a love-hate thing going
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I love him. He hates me.
I've noticed. He talks about it on
He
set.
gets very angry at me all the time because I pour a little bit of cold water on his rather odd love of cute animals.
You know, he's got a kitten who he mentions named Mimi.
Oh, I
Very
thought
sweet.
his kitten was called Mittens.
Mimi.
Does he take his little cat to the set?
No, not that I've seen, but I hear stories that she sleeps on his chest and purrs. Now imagine
I'd sleep on his chest and purr.
I know you
wouldn't
would. I've tried. He won't let me do it.
Well, he's enormous.
I know.
He's he could crush your head like a bug.
That.
I don't think he would, though. So
Well,
the
you know
show-
how that happens on set?
What?
He and Jeff just do push-ups.
Really?
So that they literally just stand there and compare muscle circumference as it's happening.
That must be a terrible job for a young woman, isn't it?
They've got me doing squats. I want it to be one of the boys.
Really?
I try. My glutes are.
Really? Your glutes are your toes are You'd be Spider-Man. So listen, the show's about a guy who finds trumpet bands in abandoned buildings, right?
Yes,
What is it about?
absolutely. A man who finds trumpet bands.
Really?
in abandoned buildings. That was the pilot.
What's the Finder? What does he do?
He actually has this gift where he's able to find things that most people can't see, they can't track.
Well, like
because
your
they just
keys and
overlook.
stuff? Like I can't find my keys. He's like, I know where they are. I know where they're over there.
He lives in people's closets and just
Do
jumps.
people say to you when you lose stuff, they say, where's the last place you left it? You're like, well, if I knew that, I wouldn't have lost it.
Can you imagine if that was the whole show?
Yeah.
In the beginning, what happened? I lost my dad. Where'd you leave him?
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
Done.
So he has what does he find then? He must find specific things.
A bunch of things. We found a meal for a certain couple. We found a serial killer. We found, it's a collaboration.
Was the meal and the serial killer in the same place?
We
Like
found
you
the
went to
serial
a
killer
restaurant?
eating the meal.
He was in a restaurant? And so what do you do in the show then? What's your role?
I carry a gun.
That's good enough.
Very exciting.
Yeah. What kind of gun do you carry? Do you actually fire guns in your own life?
You know, they were kind enough, Fox, to give me, love Fox, they were kind enough to give me a real-life U.S. Marshal who trained me. He taught me how to
They
handcuff.
gave you a U.S. Marshal?
I own him now.
Wow.
He's mine.
And he trained you in the use of firearms? Mm-hmm. And do you have a concealed weapons permit for California?
No,
Okay.
I haven't quite taken it to that extent. Season 2.
Yeah, no, you should do that. Although I don't know where you conceal it there.
Between my toes.
You can
Are
put it in your
kidding?
toes, yeah! Now, if you were
plenty of room.
if you were gonna have a gun, what kind of gun would you have? Would it pump action 12 gauge or something smaller?
Sawed-off shotgun. No, I would like a 9mm because it's sleek and you can, you know, and it gives enough power and torque to just. Sometimes you just got to show it, just present it, and most perps just sort of.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if in the real world of crime, if you say I have a gun, like anyone's gonna go, give myself up, copper. Take me away. Yeah, take me away. So you came over. You came. What's about?
I really like your old woman impersonation, by the way. That was very good. Sounds like my grandma.
That's just me.
You're seasoned then.
I am. I'm just an old woman. I am. You came over from.
Really good.
Thanks.
For a woman. For a woman.
All right.
A woman.
What? You come over from Sweden, and you go to Chicago?
Go to Chicago. One
Right.
cold climate for another.
Right.
Apparently.
Why did your family come over?
You know, my father had a lot of family in Chicago, and
Right.
you know, you really sort of hear that the streets are paved with gold.
Chicago?
So we came with like a hatchet. We wanted some gold.
Which part of Sweden are you from?
Linköping. Small.
Oh, that's my favorite part
Is
of
it?
Sweden. Yeah. I love Linköping. Is that in the southeast? Yeah.
Yes.
That's
yes.
right.
So you've been.
I have been to Sweden.
Yes.
I've been to Stockholm.
Have you?
I have. I went to the Cafe Opera.
Very nice. How'd
You ever
like
go to the
it?
Cafe Opera?
Of course.
Yeah, I bet you did. Yeah. It's nice in there, isn't it?
I learned that from MC Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael. Oh, MC.
He taught me the MCD.
Do you call him MCD?
Uh-huh.
Does he call himself MC?
He calls himself Guns. And
Does he really?
He poses a lot when we come into set. He's
Really?
the thinker half the time. It's.
Do you know, strangely enough, when you do it, it's far more interesting to me. I'm like, do it again. Do your MCD again.
You just made my toes do that.
It's a creepiness detector. Well, we're out of time here.
Oh, good.
Hey, did I pronounce your name properly?
Masohn. Masohn.
Masohn.
Very good.
I've been to
Got that
Sweden.
right on.
Yeah.
That's what they teach you, is how to pronounce names. Linköping.
I learned a few things in Linköping. Is it Linköping?
Linköping.
Linköping.
As long as you know Langom.
Langom.
Langom is sort of like Irie to the Jamaicans. It's everything's cool. We're all good.
Oh, really? Like Hakuna Matata?
Yes.
Yeah. So Langom?
Langom.
Langom. Oh, Langom. Oh! All right.
Touche.
Big cash prize, awkward pause, mouth organ, or freeze frame high five.
I would like a freeze frame high five followed by an awkward pause.
Yes.
Can I do that?
You can have
Can I be
whatever
greedy?
you- Ooh la la! All right, you ready?
Ready?
Okay. Freeze frame high five. Come here. This is your first talk show?
Yeah.
Did you shave your armpits?
I did.
Yeah.
Proceedings Masohn!
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
Sorry, we talked a little too long, so we have to go right now. So, Lang on. Ooh la la!